Okay, Carl, you're good to start.
Okay, thanks very much, Crystal. Welcome, everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that the meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the Township YouTube channel. We're holding this meeting as if it's in our council chambers, and we'll follow all the regular procedures and policies. Please raise your hand if you'd like to speak on the matter, and I'll call on you. When I call for the vote, I'll call for all those in favor, followed by all those opposed, and you will please raise your hand to vote in that manner. I would now call the roll. I'll ask you to raise your hand when I state your name is present when I call your name. Wendy Dunford, present. Ken Jackman is here. Jim Secretary Treasurer. Administrative Assistant is Vanessa Sweeting, and will be following the meeting as well. Note that Vanessa has her camera turned off as she's assisting with the administration of the meeting. Throughout the meeting, there could be applicants or agents come online, but we'll wait for their call. I guess they haven't arrived yet, Crystal. We might as well start. I'll call the meeting to order. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest? Any of the matters? Jim, did you have a point that you wish to make?
No, I don't, Carl. I think it's all in the application. Thank you.
The other Jim.
Okay, thank you. The approval of the minutes for January 24th, 2020. Ken moved it, seconded by Wendy. All those in favor, raise your hand. Those opposed? Carried. Okay, and I see Jim has joined us. Welcome, Jim.
Thanks, Carl.
Bailey.
Thank you.
I guess we have one minor variance in front of us today. Crystal, can you take us through the summary of it? And then Jim will have an opportunity to speak on behalf of William and Patricia Bailey as well.
Thank you, Mr. Moher. So the application before you today is minor variance AO220. It's for William and Patricia Bailey. And as Mr. Moher already noted, Jim Bailey is their agent. The location of the lands are in concession 4, part lot 5 at 333 County Road 8 in the Douro ward. The owners have received conditional approval on 2 applications for consent, files B1819 and B1919, to create 2 new residential lots. Due to the retained lot not meeting the frontage and area requirements for an agricultural use in the rural zone, the application is before you. There is a slight variance from the measurements that were included in the notice, but they are minor in nature and it still meets the intent of the notice that was sent out. So in order to bring the retained lot into compliance with the township zoning bylaw, the owners are requesting a variance to reduce the minimum lot frontage for an agricultural use in the rural zone from 135 meters to 60.39 meters, and to reduce the minimum lot area from 20 hectares to 14 hectares. And as mentioned, this is being done in coordination with 2 applications for consent. As of today, I've only received 1 comment, and it's from me. From the Otonabee Region Conservation Authority, and they have no concerns or objections to the application. They have reviewed it under their mandate and policies. They believe it is consistent with the provincial policy statement, the growth plan for the Greater Golden Horseshoe. There is note that portions of the retained lot is subject to the authority's policies. So any site alteration, building construction, removal of or dumping of fill requires a permit from their office. The application was also reviewed in consideration of the Trent Source Protection Plan, which is under the 2006 Clean Water Act, and the property is not located within that area. Just going through the rest of the staff report that was included on the application. There have been no other contact from any members of the public. And so the committee will need to decide if the application meets the 4 tests of the minor variance and indicate the impact of comments that they have received on the decision the committee makes.
Thank you, Crystal. Jim, is there anything more that you'd like to add to the application on behalf of the applicants?
No, I don't really have anything to add. I think it's fairly clear, and just mom and dad just express their thanks in hearing their application and seeing this through. So thank you, everybody, for that.
Okay. Members of the committee, any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, are we ready for a resolution, please? Ken, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I would move that the minor variance A0220 be approved as requested to bring the property into compliance with the 2 zoning bylaw conditions for the severances of B1819 and B1919.
With the four conditions.
Yeah, I believe it meets the 4 tests. I mean, the requirement, I mean, down to the 60.39 meters, it's still almost 200 feet of frontage, 198 feet. I think that's adequate. And, you know, basing it on no opposition from anyone, and the only comment was Orca, and they had no issue. I feel that we can approve this application.
Okay, is there a seconder for the motion? Jim? Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your hand. Opposed? It's carried. Now, there's a second motion we require, I think, for the receipt of the Orca comment. Jim, would you like, or pardon me, Ken, would you like to go ahead there?
Either myself or Jim doesn't matter. I mean, we can accept that correspondence.
And we've, as per the write-up in our recommendation. And is there a seconder for that? Jim, did you second that?
Sure.
Okay, Jim. Anything else in that motion, Crystal, that we require?
No.
Okay, all in favor? All opposed? It's carried. Thank you very much. The appeal process is still 20 days. I'm sure you're quite familiar with the process, Jim.
Yes.
Being in the business. So thanks very much, and good luck on the application.
Mr. Moher, can I just add just a comment? So Jim, what will happen is a notice of the decision will be sent to you with a notice of right to appeal. So you'll get a copy of it. I'll probably email it to you just for speedy sake.
Mm-hmm.
And a copy will be mailed to your parents. So
Okay.
it'll set out the 20-day appeal period right in the notice.
And then at the completion of the 20-day appeal period, what occurs then, Crystal?
So then I will send a second notice letting you know that no appeals have been received. And then the other conditions of the severance, you're just going to want to send in that money, and then you'll be done.
Okay, wonderful. Again, we do appreciate your time, everybody, and thanks. And I'll leave you to the rest of your agenda. Thank you very much.
Have a good meeting.
Okay, take care.
Have a good summer.
Yeah, you too, Carl. Thanks.
Okay, next on the agenda, it looks like next meeting date. Have we agreed on August the 7th is the best date?
I just wanted to confirm that with the committee. So I do have a potential minor variance coming in. I haven't received it yet, but we do have a pre-consultation for a severance application for the planning committee. So if August 7th works for everyone, that would be great.
At 10 o'clock?
9 or 10. Now that it's a lot smoother, I don't mind going a little bit earlier if it's up to the committee.
Is 9 o'clock okay for people?
Yep.
Yes.
Fine here.
9
Fourth
o'clock,
cup of
no?
coffee.
Okay. On August the 7th.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, thanks very much. Hopefully everyone's rest of their summer is good. And have a good day. Stay stay safe and cool.
All right.
We just need a
Thank you very
motion.
much.
Oh, sorry.
Motion to adjourn, Wendy. Seconder. Jim.
Yep.
All in favor? It's carried. No one was opposed. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Thank you
you.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
So Crystal, we're gonna
Bye-bye.
come in this morning and sign this, right?
Yes, please. If you're able, I'm going to send the decision to Melissa, and she's going to send it or have it available for you to sign it.
What time would it be available for signing?